I'll be getting back into my normal content next week. I have something very big coming in soon, and I know it's not very good for the channel to mix up content, but today I'm doing an unboxing of my newest pair of boots from Alden. These are the black shell Cordovan boots on the True Balance Last from Alden, and it's factory seconds condition, so it has some type of defect, but they don't say what the defect is on the website. So I was very surprised at the condition these boots came in. So I'll go over condition, sizing, and fit, and I'll go over how I take care of my Cordovan leather. Pricing on this for something like this at retail is anywhere from $867 to $897. But this being factory seconds, this one was $511. It didn't come with the green Alden box. It just came with this plain white box, and there were no shoe covers, and there was just a metal shoehorn included. I ordered this from the shoemart.com, and you do have to sign up with email to get access to their seconds quality list. Model number is 8910, and it's styled in that indie style boot. But it's not called an indie boot because it's not the original 405. It's a fairly low top boot with plain sides and the commando sole. It has 5 eyelets and 4 speed hooks, and it has a big contrast between the brass colored metal fittings and the black leather. Some people like that, some people don't. Like the indie boot, it has that pseudo moccasin toe design and contrast stitching. But different from the indie boot is that the edges at the stitching are kind of raised and not flat. Inside is lined with the soft leather with the Alden stamp at the bottom, and a very comfortable material inside. The laces are those black waxed flat laces, and they didn't come with any extra pair of laces included. As far as condition, I was struggling to find what the actual defect was to make this a factory seconds condition. I was looking closely at all the stitching. I don't see any skipped stitching. The shoes look symmetric. There's no gouges in the leather. There's no scrapes or nicks. And all the eyelets seem fine also. So these look perfect to me. They looked like they were in first quality condition. So I was very surprised and very happy with the condition this came in. If I'm missing something obvious, please let me know in the comments. But as far as the uppers go, I don't see really any defects. The only possible defect that I see is on the stitching at the bottom of the sole. So there's an asymmetry with the boot at the bottom, right near the heel. The stitching is off closer to the edge compared to the boot on top. But I don't think this will have any effect on the functionality of this boot. It's a Goodyear stitch, and I think everything is stitched down very securely. For the initial boot care, I just brushed it off with a horsehair brush, and I decided to apply some Venetian shoe cream. I probably didn't need to do this, but I just wanted to make sure it was hydrated. You never know how long the boots have been staying in storage and how much time they've had to dry out. But the leather felt fine straight out of the box. And again, I probably didn't need to apply any cream on this. And I probably used a little bit too much also. I usually use this Venetian cream on my Chrome XL boots, and I think most people would rather recommend Cordovan cream for the black shell Cordovan. After applying the cream, just let it dry and brush again with a horsehair brush. So for day-to-day care, I have 2 different brushes. One is a pig bristle brush, which I use to brush off any dirt or dust from the day. These bristles are a little bit stiffer than horsehair, And it's also always a good idea to keep dedicated brushes for your black shoes versus your brown shoes. But this brush doesn't bring out the shine of the leather. It actually makes it a little bit more matte. So to bring out the shine, you need the horsehair brush, which has softer and finer bristles. So this is the mainstay of Cordovan leather care. It's just brushing it for a long time and brushing it often. It will just really bring out the luster and the shine of the shell Cordovan leather. As far as styling, I think these boots would go great with jeans or khakis. Unfortunately, I was wearing gray flannels and posing awkwardly in front of the camera, but there's a long history of using khakis and black shoes in the military. And I think these boots somewhat resemble a military boot because of the commando soles and the brass eyelets. As far as sizing, this is made on the Alden True Balance Last, so it's their widest and largest volume last. I've heard some people recommend taking your true size, but I think that's very bad advice. I actually wear an 8.5 in sneakers and on the Brannock size, and I wear 8 to 8.5 in most of my Alden shoes, and I wear a 7.5 in the Alden Barrie Last. And for my Viberg service boots, I wear a size 8. So because this is the True Balance Last and even larger than the Barrie Last, I decided to size all the way down from an 8.5 to a 7.5. And that was the great decision. These boots are very comfortable. The length is just right for me and is still wide enough to be comfortable. So there's no pinching on the sides at all. And I still have some room to move my toes around, even wearing thick socks. Break-in period on this is almost non-existent. I've only worn them a couple times so far, but they're very comfortable out of the box, and I don't really think they're going to need any break-in time. I'm looking forward to seeing how these boots will change shape over time. I'm looking forward to seeing how the leather will mold to my ankles. Shell Cordovan leather will never crease, but it will just roll at the sites of flexion. I am aware of the so-called blooming effect. That's where you see a waxy whitish material exuding from the leather and the front vamp where the leather bends. And this is just the waxes and oils coming out of the leather. These boots still have a sleek profile even with the commando sole. I like the side profile and the low profile of the toe box. My least favorite is the top view looking down because of the moccasin toe style and the True Balance Last. It just looks very wide looking down from top. As far as wearability, I think they're still going to be very versatile. I think they're very comfortable right out of the box, and they're not too heavy on the feet. These will make a good matchup with my Viberg service boots in Natural Chrome XL. I usually only wear boots in the winter, and then I wear shoes in the summer. These commando soles give pretty good traction on the pavement and on wet pavement, but they're still slippery on ice. So my favorite parts of these boots are the commando sole, the brass eyelets, and that deep black shiny Cordovan leather. The leather is going to be very durable, great for snow and wet conditions, and easy to take care of. My least favorite is probably just the way that it looks so wide on the foot, looking down from the top, but that's not such a big deal. Let me know in the comments what your experience has been with these boots, with Alden, and with factory seconds in general. Thanks for watching.